Okay? Cool. Outside of that, I've already mentioned the other games I'm excited for this month. We'll talk more about them as we get closer to them in March. The next big event is my birthday event, which will take place that first week of April. And in fact, my birthday is technically April 6th. I looked it up. It's a Saturday this year. So I might just do it on my birthday. I might just actually do the event right on my birthday. What will we do? Number one, I will do a gaming schedule update. We will go live through the calendar. We will now take all the new release dates for all the games that will be coming out for the rest of the year, and we will populate the calendar again so we know what's coming up. I haven't done this since Christmas, so it's going to be a good time to do it, so that way we know exactly what's going on. So that's number one. Number two, there'll be food. Now, what kind of food? Well, I'm sure my wife's probably going to make some kind of a baked good or a cake for me to have for my birthday, but outside of that, I'm not sure if we're going to order food that day or if we'll, my wife will make something. We'll have to talk about it. I mean, it's over a month away. But outside of that, like, what else we do that day is really up to us. Like, I want it to be, again, more of a chill day, nothing too crazy. So maybe we do some multiplayer that day of various games. By then, Battlefront will be out, the Battlefront Collection. So that's an option. Tekken 8 would be an option, right? And I guess we could talk about other things as well. Okay, fair enough. So we'll try to figure this out, what exactly you guys want to see happen. And some people are like, well, will Kat join us? I don't know. That's really up to her. Since she's available to come in whenever she wants, sure, if she wanted to come by that day and spend some time with us during my birthday marathon, why not, right? I think that would be a nice thing for her to come in and just join us, but that would be up to her. I'll have to see if she's up to it and what we want to do. If we just want to hang out, maybe do some Q&A, or if we actually want to try to do some gameplay together. I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway, so that's coming up, and we'll talk more about that as we get closer to it that first week of April. Okay? Cool. So that's really it. Like, that's really all I have to talk about in regards to scheduling games and everything coming up. I hope that sounds good. Oh, so the one thing I do want to mention, you may notice something. I didn't say anything about Street Fighter 6. Well, there's good reason for that. I'm not interested in Street Fighter 6 right now. I played Street Fighter 6 literally when it released in June of last year all the way through January of this year. It was just a little over a month ago that I put Street Fighter 6 on hiatus. Okay, I'm well aware that there's a DLC character for Street Fighter 6 releasing today. He's out. His name is Ed. He's from Street Fighter 5, but been redesigned for Street Fighter 6. I saw the trailer for Ed. I was like, like, he looks like he's a combination of Dudley and some other mechanics with this, I guess, psycho power he's using to pull you towards him or whatever. I'm like, but you know what? I'm burnt out on Street Fighter 6. I really am. Like, I just have no real desire to play it right now. I've played Tekken 8 for a month. I've gotten to a point where I'm getting good and climbing the ranks now with Yoshimitsu. I want to keep doing that and focusing on that. If I go back to Street Fighter 6, I'm just diverting my efforts. And it's just going to make my progress in Tekken 8, take longer or just stifle. And I cannot play two competitive fighting games at once. This is not going to work. So I'd like to stick with Tekken 8, even if it means that a lot of people aren't really following it. I'm enjoying the climb, and I'm enjoying getting better. If you want to watch Ed, there's 5 zillion other people who are going to cover Ed because they just cover fighting games. That's all they do. So check that out. And then when Akuma comes out later this year, I would be way more interested in trying Akuma. So maybe that's what I'll do is wait until Akuma releases, and that's when I formally go back to Street Fighter 6. Now, yesterday someone brought up a point, and they said, hey, when will you actually try out other fighting games? For example, you talked about setting up Fightcade on your mini PC and having that set up to play classics. I would love to do that, but it has to be a time that makes sense. We really haven't had a time that made sense. We got that mini PC in the fall, and then all fall we had all the new releases. Things calmed down in December, but people still wanted a last hurrah for Street Fighter 6, so I kept playing it all through January. It didn't make sense to set it up in January when I knew at the end of January Tekken 8 was coming out, right? Now it makes no sense. I already have so many things going on. We don't have time for it anyway. So eventually we will. Later on this year, I will set up the mini PC to work with Fightcade so we can play classic fighters and, have a good time. But we have to get to the point where that makes sense. And just right now it doesn't. In the next few months, probably, things will slow down a bit. And that would be when we will actually look into doing stuff like that. Okay? Cool. Thank you, DJ Sonic Swag, for the first contribution of the morning. Just so you know, I shout out contributions near the end of the show, and then I answer all the questions. Okay? Just so you know, I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring you or anything like that. Okay,